Today we are going to make an Easter card, and I'm using the Flowers and More Designer Series paper that is a host reward product. You can find it on page 90 of the mini catalog. It's this paper right here, and there's 48 sheets for only $18. It's 12 by 12, and there's 4 sheets of 12 double-sided designs. So we're going to be using this one, and the colors are Blackberry Bliss, Crushed Curry, Parakeet Party, Polished Pink, Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet, and Tahitian Tide, I believe, because that's what I'm using. They don't list that here, but it's listed on the back of this. Shaded Spruce, Orchid Oasis, Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia. There's a lot of colors in here, and this is the one we're using today. Anyway, I've got everything cut out and ready to go. There's an instruction sheet on my blog that gives you all the products, sizes, dimensions, and everything, and it's down. You can download it and print it. So we're using these stylish shape dies. I'm using this one here, and then I brought in the hydrangea dies, and I'm using this strip of little flowers. I already have those all die cut out, and then I'm using the basic border dies, this curved shape, and then from the Hope and Prayer stamp set, I'm using this cross, and for the sentiments I'm using Celebrating You, Happy Easter, and The Best Is Yet to Come. So those are those that I'm using. The only ink I'm using is the Starry Sky to stamp the sentiments. I'm using this cane weave embossing folder to emboss my Tahitian Tide piece. I brought in the pastel adhesive gems, so I only need, or not gems, they're sequins. I'm just using one for the center of my flower. And then I brought in the basic rhinestone, basic pearl, basic jewels. I'm using some of the small ones. So let's get started. First thing you need to make sure when you make this card is that you put your paper, your Designer Series paper, the right direction. You cut it the right way. For the envelope, the strip needs to be lengthwise this way with the flowers up. But for the card, it's this way. You cut it different. Okay? So I've explained all of it on my instruction sheet also. So what we're going to do, the first thing is you want to die cut. You need to cut your Tahitian Tide. This is 2.5 by 5.5. Emboss it, and then we're going to glue it to the right side of the cardstock. This is thick basic white cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I don't think it matters which direction you put this, so we're just going to glue it here to the right hand side of the card, flush on all sides. Okay, I like to turn it over and make sure that it is flush. It's the nice thing about liquid glue, you can move it a little bit. Okay. Then you're going to take this piece, which was 5.5 by 3, and then I put this die right here, just along the edge, and there's about 2 inches on each side where you put the die, and then die cut it, and this is going on the left front of the card. flush on the edges. Turn it over, make sure that you've got it where you want it. And you can trim if you need to. Looks like it's going over a little bit, so just take your scissors and trim, turn your card over and just trim. So, okay. Okay. Now we're going to work on the inside of the card. We'll do the front last. Okay, I've got 2. When you die cut these, you want to make sure that one is die cut on the right side and one is die cut on the left. So when you put it on your card, it's correct. And these sizes are in my blog. Just go to my blog and you can download, like I said, the instruction sheet. Get this on here. And again, it's going to be flush to the edge. So. Okay. Oops. There. And then I'll put this one on the other side. Make sure they're right side up. You don't want upside down flowers on your card. It'll probably look funny. Sometimes I have butterfingers, so we'll put this one on this side. Flush to the edge. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead, since I'm gluing things, I'm going to glue this to my envelope. Make sure it's right side up. So just put the glue on your envelope flap. You can skip this step if you want a plain envelope. I just like the way it looked with this paper on there. So we'll go ahead and glue that. And you want it to be flush with the top flap of the envelope, top edge. It's like so. And then make sure it's glued on there and then just trim around it like this. So this piece is 2 1/4 by 6. You could make a lot of Easter cards with 4 sheets of this paper that's in that package, plus all the other beautiful florals that's in there. So your envelope is done. Okay? Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the inside and our cross. I'm going to stand up to do that, so I make sure and get it straight. And I put my sentiment on the right hand side. And then I put my cross on the left. Make sure you don't touch that because it's wet. So put your cross on the left and your sentiment on the right. Okay? Now we're going to work on the front. Let that dry a little bit. Okay, we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this. I just used 2. Then I have, this is shaded spruce, and I used the Boughs punch to punch these out. And then I use the small daisy punch to punch out my daisies. And I punched out 2, put a glue dot, and then glued them together. I offset, and then I put a sequin in the center of that. And then I die cut several of these little flowers out of that hydrangea die set. So let's put one of these on the back of our daisy. Okay, that's probably dry, but let's go like this. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is put the sentiment on. That way I know where I'm going to put all these flowers. So I'm going to put my sentiment down a little bit low, but not too low, because you got to have room for your flowers. And then I want one flower or one leaf here and one leaf there. So we're going to glue those on. Just on the stem. Let's put one right there. You could do them up here. I just preferred them down towards the bottom. And I'm going to put one right here. Okay, and then I'm going to put my daisy on there. And you don't want to cover up your words. So make sure when you put your daisy on there that you can still see the words. So I'll just put the daisy right there. Okay, all we have left to do is put our little flowers on. So I'm going to start with the white ones. You just choose how many you want to put on and where you want to put them. So I am going to put them on some of these, like every other one of these little flowers here. You can kind of bend them a little bit. You put them on. Put one there. Put one there. Make sure they stay stuck down. I'm going to put one here. And one there. And I think I'm going to put one right here. Put it right there. Kind of neat right there, I think. Anyway, and then I have some blue ones, and I think I'm going to put a few blue ones up here. Let's see how that looks. There. Sometimes these are hard for me to hang on to. So put one there. I was just going to kind of cluster these in here. I thought I liked the way it looked. Like a cluster of flowers. So, I think I'm going to put I don't know if more is better. There's one right there. Oops, too much. You get too much glue, then you get a mess. Okay. Then you can take, if you want, you can take either a Stampin' Right marker or a Stampin' blends in the Daffodil Delight to put in the center of your flowers. Or you can use pearls, or whatever you want. I'm going to put a few pearls on the front of my card. Put one up here. And one down here. Oh, right there. And then get a hold of that. I think I'll put one over here. Stuck to me. Right there. And that's your card. The only thing you need to do if you want, like I did on this one, is put yellow in the centers, or you can color some pearls with the Stampin' Right markers or Stampin' blends and put yellow pearls in the center. You know, whatever appeals to you. So we've got 2 Easter cards. Got this one with an envelope, and then this one with an envelope. This paper you can get with Stampin' Rewards. I've explained it all in my blog, but you can either add it to if you want to sign up as a demonstrator, it can be part of your starter kit. For $99 you get $125 worth of product, and this paper can be part of that. Or you can buy $180 worth of product and earn $18 in Stampin' Rewards, or you can host a party and have the party sales be $180 to get this paper. And I've explained all of it on my blog, so I hope you have a blessed day. You have fun stamping, and let me know. Post some pictures on my Facebook page. It's Elaine Dotson, and you can find me there. Anyway, you have a blessed day and have fun stamping.